Hey guys, Thomas here, and today we will be flying the Wingnetic. Just before we fly, just something to make a note of, we found that the CG on the book, it showed two different CGs, so we don't really know which one to follow.
It actually displays the CG as being about there, but if you take the measurement, it's actually around about here somewhere, and that definitely doesn't look right. So there might be an error in the manual, but please read the annotations, the description of the video. We should have some more information about the CG then.
Yeah, so let's just start flying. Right, left, up, down. Yep.
A little bit of throttle.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure how well the camera can see it, but I've actually moved the battery forward this way. Hi guys, Paul and Tom's here.
Hello.
And the Wingnetic Maiden didn't go as smoothly as the EFX, did it? No.
No, but once we did get it right, it did fly really well.
Yeah, so initially the first launch was basically you putting it down on the ground, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was way too twitchy and the CG was way out.
So we had an issue with the CG, the way it was actually documented, where it actually showed the CG on the actual instructions appeared to be correct, but the measurement they gave us didn't appear to be correct, did it?
No, it definitely wasn't.
If you measured it out, it wasn't going to the same position where they actually showed you on the actual manual itself. So essentially the main issues we had with it was the CG and also the fact that the aircraft seemed very twitchy, didn't it?
Yes, we reduced it to 40% of its throws.
So we basically put in dual rates, and with 40% throws, it was a completely different aircraft to fly, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really beautiful.
So really, other than those two issues, it was pretty much good to go. Talk us through your thoughts.
It's good. Took a bit to get the CG right. We've lowered the throws now, and I can control it fairly well. We still need to adjust the CG a bit though when we land.
So the CG was definitely out in the book, you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon it was out.
Okay. Well, it'll be interesting to see what the trims are like on this at the moment. Is a truck going by? You try and take her heads off?
No, just tried to get close.
She looks really nice in the air.
Does look quite nice.
Give us another pass if you can. So this is me getting ready with the FPV gear. I'm going to follow Thomas out with my mini quad. And Thomas was pretty much happy with the flight characteristics at this stage, weren't you?
Yeah, they were flying fairly well at this point.
It was fairly well. It had probably gone from being a 6 out of 10 or something like that to probably a 7 or something like that.
Yeah, it was at the point where it was one of my better aircraft.
So it was one of his better aircraft. It was a lot more comfortable. He felt confident flying the aircraft.
It's really good. It's still a bit out on the CG, but other than that...
So we're going to play around with the CG a bit, but she's flying better than she was before.
It's really nice now that I've got the throws right too. It's actually not too sensitive.
Okay, so we had to actually put in some, was it Expo? No, we put rates in, didn't we?
Yeah.
Dual rates. So we've dropped down to about 40% on aileron and also 40% on elevator. And that seems to have done the trick. Now, during this part of the flight, we've actually got the throws correct, the CG's 100%, and it's trimmed out spot on, and it's pretty much flying on rails, isn't it?
Yeah, it went from a social aircraft to basically being one of the best that I've ever had.
Easily. Look, I really love flying this aircraft. I actually prefer this to the EFX, as in it's a lot more, it can be relaxing and it can also be fast. It sort of ticks a lot of boxes, doesn't it?
Yeah, and also it's quite easy to see in the sky.
Very, very easy to see in the sky. Battery lasts forever. Thomas has actually put the wrong battery in this case and actually was flying it on a not so charged battery, wasn't it?
Yes, but it still flew really well.
It flew really, really well. So, really like this aircraft. I'd actually consider getting one of these myself now. Build quality was really easy to get together, and once you got it trimmed out right, it was a completely different beast, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Anyway, we'll let you watch the rest of the video. We just discovered something really interesting. You were flying it. This is the second battery that we're flying with, and you had the rates up high again, didn't you?
Yeah, by accident.
And it was twitchy as, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was way too twitchy.
And you actually landed it because you thought something was wrong. So, it looks like the throws need to be reduced for sure. We're running at 40% at the moment. And that's not Expo, that's 40% throws.
I'm being chased by a bird. Or was being. flying nice again. It's flying beautiful now.
Enjoying it?
Don't need to put in an up elevator. It's just flying.
So we'll leave that battery in that exact position so we know what the CG is exactly. What do you reckon?
Yep.
It's a nice close pass for us. There you go.
The glare from another plane in the background, like a real plane, was getting in the way of my vision.
I don't know how well you can see there's an aircraft over there coming in for a landing.
A real one.
A real one. And what sort of aircraft is it? You don't know, do you?
Oh, well, I can't really focus on it, can I?
Thomas is really good at identifying airliners. We're probably about 10 k's out from the airport. And that aircraft's probably around about 2,500 feet. It doesn't look it, does it?
No.
Stealth pass.
Sorry, I went a bit far. I'll try again.
That was no noise at all, was it?
No, it does like to glide well. There you
Okay,
go.
we go another stealthy pass.
That's what I wanted to do. It's beautiful.
You
I've
can't-
gotten it now that the CG's right. It's really good to fly.
So wait a sec, can you just tell me out of 10, what would you give it on the first battery?
They're good.
Wait a sec.
Getting a bit confident with it now.
So wait a sec, on the first battery, what would you honestly give it out of 10?
Honestly, a 6.
A 6? That was,
Because
that was because
horrible.
it was nerve-wracking, wasn't it? But it wasn't a bad plane, was it?
No,
Okay, this is on his second battery. He's got it trimmed a little bit better. What would you give it now?
9.
A 9,
Easily,
easily.
I'd rank it up with the EFX.
So wait a sec, are you serious? You'd compare this to the FX?
Well, yeah, I mean, even though the EFX looks nicer in the sky, in my opinion, this thing is really fun to fly. It's easier to fly too, a bit.
Wow.
The EFX does have a bit slower flight speed though. I mean, you couldn't do that with an EFX, I don't think. Go that kind of stealthy kind of.
That looks really nice, doesn't it?
It's actually really nice.
Okay, this has really grown on us quite quickly on the second battery, so there you go.
It is a lovely fun flyer.
So what we'll do on our Facebook page, we will have a picture of where the CG is,
How's that?
as per the way we've got it set up. So we'll actually have a picture of that up on our Facebook page. I might even try and get a picture of that in the video, what do you reckon?
Yeah.
Actually, I'll put the picture in now, exactly where the battery is located and where the CG is, as per what we've got set up on this at the moment, and the throws.
Failed stealth pass.
That was
This is good practice for actually doing level flight. Especially for me, considering how out of practice I am. I'd love to try FPVing one of these things.
Well, we've got heaps of room for FPV, you know that, don't you? And what's the
Yeah,
flight time on this thing?
Pretty good, especially when you're just cutting the power.
It's insane. He's got a big smile on his face. You know it's working well when he's got a big smile on his face.
Yes, I am enjoying
I see
this
that
a lot.
smirk.
Actually, it's kind of off topic, but one of the things I'd love to do one day is an EDF with head tracking MiG-29. They're actually a team in Russia that did that, FPV team. And this was like, I think it was before we even started FPV. And they were actually doing full-on formation with head tracking and everything, but proper formation. I'd love to do that someday. I'd love to get one of these guys FPV. I reckon that'd be cool, formation of Wingnetics.
And this is a landing.
There you go. Second battery, I love it. It's definitely changed. Once you get the CG right on this thing, it is beautiful.
So what we will do, we'll actually put the a picture, a screenshot of that up where the battery was located on this one.
It's flying.
And also I'll get that up in the video, yeah, and show exactly where the CG was as per what we've got. And also we've reduced the throws to 40%, haven't we?
Oh, yes, we have.
How was aileron in comparison to elevator? Were they about right?
They're about right.
So about 40% we've gone down to. So and you've got pretty good control, haven't you?
Yeah, really good control. It's really good.
So would you recommend this aircraft?
Definitely.
Yeah, you're enjoying this one, aren't you?
Well, yeah, it's really good. I mean, I've flown wings before. This is a lot of fun. And this is a really nice cross between the kinetic and a wing. It's like my two favorite aircraft out of all the aircraft that I've ever had would be the Texuma FPV and the kinetic.
Yeah.
And having something like this combined,
It's kind of in between, isn't it?
it's a really good blend.
It's a really good blend. I'm surprising.
Hobby Kings nailed it.
And anyway, so this is the aircraft that's back in one piece. Those plastic skids and all that work well, didn't they?
Yeah, they're really good. We had these on the AirFX Racer, and we've got these on the Wingnetic now too. They've also got plastic wingtips, which is really good.
Especially for people flying in parks like this where it's really, really rough.
Well, yeah, we've had aircraft actually get skewered by blades of grass and stuff
So
when we've done landings. This protects it somewhat. I mean, there's no damage.
Can you pop the battery compartment?
Yep.
And that's where we've got the battery at the moment. So you can see,
We just take that.
yeah, it's not been held down by this Velcro. I've actually got Velcro underneath it. So we've pushed it a fair way forward, and that seems to have done a trick.
It's basic. It looks like it's just as wide as like what this thing
Yeah.
is in separation.
But we'll get a proper picture up so they can actually look at that and
Maiden.
see exactly where the CG is. But look, all in all, no issues at all.
No, it's really fun to fly. Really good practice too
So
with that. Slow
the only issues we had with CG and the throws were way too high, weren't they?
Yeah, but everything like that's easy to fix.
So if you know that and don't fall into that trap, you actually won't have an issue with it at all.
Yeah, it's really good.
So anyway, thanks for taking time to watch this video, and I think Thomas is liking this aircraft, and we'll catch you guys later.
See ya.